What's up, everybody? Thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Plus Money Sports Betting Podcast. My name is Q. You can follow me on all socials at Bets by Q. And of course, this podcast is sponsored by Black Sheep Betting, where it is a dog's world. 2 links are in the description. One is for the VIP. That's where I drop all of my official plays. It's really designed for disciplined bettors with a consistent unit size that are looking for month-over-month profit. And the other link is for the free Discord chat hosted by my guy Will from the Double Fault Tennis Podcast. It's a place to hang out, share bets, celebrate wins, cope with the losses. We're closing in on 1,000 members right now, so completely free to join. Come check it out. We talk sports 24/7, every hour of every day, including right now as we sweat some tennis bets in Stockholm. You'll usually find me in the tennis channel really late at night or early in the morning. But yeah, we can't wait to have you in there. Let's talk about last night. Nasty night overall. I know I'm tired of saying it, and I'm really tired of feeling it as well, because I take a lot of pride and take a lot of time to do this podcast. And look, I had a friend yesterday reach out to me and he said, "Hey man, what are the plays for the podcast today?" Because I wasn't able to listen, but I know you've been cold, no offense. I really just looking for a good fade. Well, I hope, I hope he did indeed fade. So, I mean, look, this podcast is free. I don't get paid to do it, all right? I try to deliver on winners as much as I can. And, for the year, we're up. We're in the positive tremendously. There will be a link coming in the description that will be like a bet tracker to kind of keep everybody up to speed on what's going on. But I say that because, look, like, we're going to have runs which we do really well, and we're going to have runs in which we do really bad. And by we, I mean me, because I'm the one giving out the plays. So if you've been sharp enough to fade some of my plays in the last week and a half, where obviously the free plays on the podcast have been going through a rough stretch, then, you're doing well. The intention of this podcast is to provide you information to make an educated decision on a wager. Or maybe you hear something in one of my breakdowns that's like, I don't really agree with that. Or, you know what, like, it kind of makes sense, but my gut's telling me the other way. Or maybe I say something and you take a completely different bet or a prop bet or something like that. So our lone winner yesterday, though, was a system play in the NHL. It was a system rest play for the home team. Utah Mammoth -1.5 plus 120. They cashed. That one did feel good because I feel like early on in the season I got a good pulse on the NHL. I'm gonna try to keep that going today. I got one bet in the NHL, but I have completely stunk it up in playoff baseball after having a really, really good run in MLB during the regular season, and even in the first couple of games of the wild card, my reads have just been off so badly, and I mean, insult to injury, right? Not only did there was like 14, 15 runs scored in a game in which I had the under, and then we had the under first 5. We tried to take the bullpen out of it, didn't matter. Logan Gilbert gave up 8 runs. And killed our first 5 under 3.5. So, look, even on rough nights, you gotta laugh it off. You gotta be a closer. You can't let this get to you mentally. These plays are intended to, maybe pay one extra bill a month, right? They're not gonna get us rich. Not gonna pay off our student loans. And so obviously the rest of the board didn't go our way. The under in the football game did not cash either. But it's Thursday, fresh slate, a few spots that I really like. Obviously, this is primetime football. This is where I shine, okay? Officially on the year, I'm 14-4-1 in primetime plays. That's including podcast plays and VIP plays combined. They don't kind of alter too much or differ too much between the two on primetime games. But let's start on the ice today. Going to be back in the Los Angeles Kings -1.5 plus 116 against the Penguins. This matchup triggers another strong scheduling system here. Both point towards LA. The Kings are the more rested home team, coming in with 2 full days off, while the Penguins are skating on just 1 day's rest after playing Anaheim. That's the classic setup that's produced 7.7 return on interest over the last 2 seasons for more rested home sides. Goaltending lines up in LA's favor as well. Fresh legs, rested starter, and a home team that knows how to finish games. I mean, the Kings don't just win at home; they win by a margin. They were the best home team last year in the NHL. 20 of their 26 wins came by 2 or more goals, most sealed late with empty netters. And, we can attest to that. The empty net is either um, your best friend or your worst enemy, okay? I hope it doesn't come to that tonight, but I got a feeling that if it does, we'll be on the side of best friend. So, same formula: rest edge, travel edge, and a fair puck line price. Play the Kings -1.5 plus 116 for 1 unit. All right. Second play, I'm actually going to go over to the Thursday night football game between the Steelers versus the Bengals, and I'm going to fade the Aaron Rodgers deep ball. Okay. The play here is going to be Aaron Rodgers' longest completion to be under 35.5 yards. Short week, divisional game, and Pittsburgh just recently came off a bye. So they came off a bye from 2 weeks ago, played on Sunday, now they play on Thursday. Um, that tends to shrink the game plan. Okay. It tends to shrink the pace and limit the explosiveness that offenses can carry out, especially when it comes to some of the injuries that this team is dealing with, mainly the Calvin Austin III. Um, Rodgers has looked sharp running this kind of new offense that he has in Pittsburgh, but it's very much a timing and rhythm system now, built on quick slants, RPOs, controlled reads. He's getting the ball out fast, and that means fewer chances for a 35+ yard completion. However, I guess the caveat here is yards after the catch. So we just need the Bengals to make some tackles, okay? No missed tackles, no screens that go for 40 yards. You add in the Bengals defensive structure under their defensive coordinator. They live in 2 high shells. So that takes away the deep shot a lot of the times. And this just isn't the environment that is going to be, set for a deep completion. There's going to be a few balls in which, like, we just hold our breath because they're going to be in the air. It's going to feel like they're in the air forever if you tail this with me. But unless the Steelers fall behind early and need to chase points, I see Rodgers keeping it underneath all night. Play here, Rodgers' longest completion under 35.5 yards. It's -105, 1 unit on that. Okay, play number 3, baseball slate. I can't pick a side. Cannot read a side right now. Can't read a total right now. Going to player props. Taking Tyler Glasnow under 5.5 strikeouts plus money. It's plus 100 up against the Brewers. Glasnow has electric stuff, no doubt, but he is not a precision pitcher. He lives off those elevated fastballs and chases, and Milwaukee just does not swing at those. Okay. Over the past 2 weeks, Brewers are striking out around 6.5 times per game. So his line being set at 6 already feels good because I guess I can't speak too soon because they did just throw a complete game. But however, I don't see Glasnow pitching more than 6 2/3 innings here. Okay. So we're sitting right near the bottom third of the league in K rate for the Brewers. Glasnow has averaged about 6 strikeouts per start all year. So that's against teams with much higher whiff tendencies. The Brewers work counts, foul off tough pitches, pitch counts early. It's not a great recipe for a strikeout heavy night. I think that they will work the pitch count and be very patient at bat, especially in a pivotal game 3. So unless Glasnow's ultra efficient early, I don't think he lasts long enough to clear the 6Ks. Play here, Tyler Glasnow under 5.5 strikeouts plus 101 unit there. Okay, quick recap for the night. 3 plays, 3 units in play. We are on the Kings -1.5 at home, +116. It is a system play, 1 unit on the Kings puck line. Second play, we're going to be taking the under on Aaron Rodgers' longest completion, 35.5 yards. We are going under 35.5 yards for the longest completion by Aaron Rodgers tonight. It's a 4-quarter play. Okay, it's a 4-quarter play. You got to see it out. Like I said, every pass, it's gonna feel like it takes forever to come down. But 1 unit on the under for longest completion by Aaron Rodgers. Lock it in. And then obviously we just went over Tyler Glass now under 5.5 strikeouts. I don't think he gets into the 7th inning. I think that pitch count gets worked early, so I really like our play here. Probably my favorite play on the board tonight, +100. Ironically, it's in baseball. So, anyways, it's Thursday. We're looking for a bounce back after a rough slate yesterday. Trusting the datum, trusting the systems and the value. No chasing, no overexposure, just clean plays with edges that I like. Good luck tonight. I hope each and every one of you hit each and one of your bets. You can follow me again on socials at BetsByQ. Join the free chat with Will from the Double Vault Tennis Podcast. You will not regret it, okay? If you're ready to start betting with structure and consistency, check out the VIP link in the description. I'm here for you as well, okay? Appreciate everybody for tuning in. I'll be back here tomorrow with more plus money plays from around the sports world. See you at the count. Peace.